What is up, everybody? My name is Jack Billings, and I am the CEO and founder of shedknives. Today, we are going to be doing a little bit of cleaning and repair here on one of the 2023 knives. Now, I don't have the knife with me. It's sitting to the right here. Well, I'll pull that out here in just a second. What I'm going to go over with you first is what we need to do to take apart the knife, how to clean it, and everything in between. So, first off, what we need, we're going to need a clean towel here. We're going to need a second towel here. Doesn't need to be clean, just a second towel. A paintbrush, a Phillips head screwdriver here, and some can of lubricant, whether it's Ballistol or something similar. So that's what we're going to need to get set up here. So let's move our tools to the side here. Get into those here soon. So we're going to lay out the first cloth. This is simply to keep the area clean. So we're going to use that. And here I have with me the 2023 Atlas. So there it is. You can see it's a bit dirty. It's a bit covered in sand and all sorts of stuff there. We'll go ahead and flip that over so you can get a nice look at it. So this is what we're working with today. You can see, yes, there's a little bit of sand on there, some salt water, so we're gonna go ahead and take care of that today. So first off, what we have, our paintbrush here, some nice soft bristles there. We're gonna go ahead and take the sand off of the brush, or off of the knife with the brush. And I'm using a brush here because a towel may scratch the blade, and yes, there's a stone wash on this knife, but the scratches are going to look a bit different. So the brush is just going to take it off very easily, and it won't scratch your blade. So let's start on this side here. I'm just going to brush it right on to our red towel here. And we're going to do this the best we can just to get as much of the sand off to keep our workplace clean. Just like that. So that's step number one, just get the sand off. So looks a little bit better now. Still have a spot right there. There we go. That'll do for now. So we're going to go ahead and set the knife to the side and wrap this up here. Take care of that later on. Then we're going to lay out our white towel here, which is a bit cleaner. And we're going to start disassembling the knife here, which is extremely simple. So step one, we're going to take off the Phillips head screws on the left side, just like that. And they are on pretty tight if you've never messed with them before. So these are a bit tight, but you don't want to strip the screws there, so just nice and easy. So there we go. So we're just going to take that out. Make sure we set our screws to the side. So we have our nice G10 blank there, or our nice G10 scale. So I'm just going to move our light here so we can see a bit better. Alright, so have a nice G10 scale there, and that is on the right side. So we'll set that to the side there. Then the other side comes off really easily. Leaves us with the left side. So what we're going to do here, we're just going to brush these off. Just make sure all the sand is out. Those, get the other side. Same thing here. Just make sure all the sand is out, all that grit. And it doesn't have to be sand. It can be dirt, it can be grit, it can be whatever it is. This is just a nice way to clean all of that out. If I had a small brush, I may get in there and pay closer attention, but this knife wasn't in the seam for too long. So have our scales there, set our screws to the side. So you can see the knife comes apart quite easily, and there's not much really to it. So next, all we're going to do is just spray the knife. We'll do one side at a time. And we'll set the G10 to the side there, because the G10 will actually change colors or have a different finish if you get the lubricant on it. So now we're just going to wipe this here, and don't be afraid, apply some pressure so you can see it's taking off some of that corrosion there. And I have to say, I'm very impressed with CPM 154. It's similar to a stainless steel, quite honestly, because the carbon steel I've been so used to working with for so long. If I kept this in the salt water or in the salty sand like I did, which this was sitting for 2 days, I would definitely have a much more corroded knife. So the Atlas cleans up pretty nice just by hitting those little spots there, but we're going to go ahead and hit the handle. This is so if any salt water, sand, anything got behind the scales, which as you can see definitely did, we can help minimize any corrosion that we won't be able to see, and that'll help out there. So just gonna get all the different angles here, just like that, and should be all set. So set that to the side. I have a nice clean 2023 Atlas, and let's go ahead and clean these scales off too. Now you may notice they look a bit different, but that's because the lubricant or the ballistol got to them. So you will see a tad bit of a difference, but nothing too bad. I have to say, I accidentally sprayed the scales on the Tuatara for the OD green, and they turned like a dark green compared to a very light green, so pretty interesting there. So now to get these scales back on, so we have our knife right there, we have our scales, understand which side they go on. So this is your left side, this is your right side. We always start with the left side here. So we're going to put these larger screws that have the flat bit. I'm going to take those just like that, and we're going to set it on our knife, and it will go right back into place, as you can see here. So we've got that. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to set this, let's see, a piece of paper here. Try this again. Okay, so now that we have our screws in, I'm just going to put my finger across it just like that so they stay on. And I'm going to put the next screws, the next set here, back on. Just like that. Going to take our screwdriver and slowly screw these on. Not very firm to start with, just let me get them all the way down, just like that. And then what we can do now is adjust these here. What we can do now is adjust how the flat bits look by taking a flat bit screwdriver, just turning them. So we need to loosen these up a tad. There we go. So I said not too firm. So, so we're just gonna straighten these out, just like that. So that way they all look straight and uniform. And then now we're really gonna tighten these down, just like that. Awesome. So that concludes the cleaning, maintenance, and how to get your knife back into action here after being in the salt water, being in the sand, being in the grit. So that is how you do it. If you have any questions, go ahead and comment down below. If you want to see more videos like this in the future, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you like the video, go ahead and hit the like button. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.